I'm here in Frinton-On-Sea, a small coastal Essex town. It's early in the morning, but let's go and see what goes on behind these gates. The gates I have just stepped through have long symbolised the entrance to Frinton-On-Sea, creating a real sense of stepping behind the gates into a more private, genteel world. For generations, the gates were closed by hand as trains approached. That changed in 2009 when automatic barriers replaced them, sparking strong local opposition.
Does it matter? Yes. Why?
To understand why these gates mattered so much, we need to go back to the late 19th century. That's when Sir Richard Powell Cooper began shaping Frinton into an exclusive seaside resort, only entered via the gates. By the early 20th century, it had become a place of quiet privilege, well-dressed visitors, and a distinctively upmarket feel. But how did people get here in the first place? The railway station. Opened in 1888, it brought the first waves of well-to-do visitors directly into the town. Unlike other seaside towns, there were no piers, no arcades, and no pub until the year 2000. The Lock and Barrel is on Frinton's High Street, and that's where we're off to next. The High Street was opened in 1904 by the Duchess of Connaught. This is Connaught Avenue, once referred to as the Bond Street of East Anglia. Let's see what it looks like today. Sorry to interrupt your breakfast, but what brings you to Frinton today?
I come to Frinton quite often because of the beautiful walks along the seafront. There's been a few changes, usually just from restaurants and stores compared to maybe 10 or 20 years ago. But not really. It's still got this beautiful quaintness about it.
With this shop, we started off at the other end of the avenue, and then we bought this one as well 40 years ago. But when I was 12, when I had my first job, first Saturday job, I worked in here, and it was the arts and crafts shop. So I said it's quite funny that I shall finish my working days in the same shop that I started them in.
We are called Young's Fisheries of Frinton, and we've been here 26 years. My father was a commercial fisherman for 40 years, hence his picture of his boat. I'm not sure if you can see it. Sadly, we lost him 8 years ago, and I've had the shop since.
And what's your favourite fish?
Oh, do you know what? People ask me that all the time. I probably eat jelly deals every day, but as for fish, I look at what we've got and think, yeah, I'll have that today.
Has anything changed much in Frinton?
Yeah, some for the good, some for the bad. Times move on. You get new businesses, but on the whole, Frinton's good. It's very good to us.
I've had the shop 28 years.
So what do they come in here to buy?
All the beach, all the buckets, spades, float balls, bodyboards, boats, you name it, we got it.
Has Frinton changed?
Yes.
Why?
Got the big chains come in instead of the more independent stores. They should have left the old barriers up.
With the barriers still open to anyone to visit Frinton, that's my cue to head off to Frinton Beach. From Connaught Avenue, it's just a short distance down to the beach. Humans and animals have been enjoying Frinton's beautiful beach for over a century.
In summer, the beach drink is often champagne.
As the seal waves goodbye, that's my cue to leave this beautiful beach and follow that kite up to the greensward. Ice cream vans and stalls are banned here, so so everything feels just a little quieter than other beaches. The benches have been here for generations, and not much seems to have changed. In the summer, by this famous blue clock tower of Frinton, you'll find the tent of the Frinton Summer Theatre. I'm heading there next.
I've been working in drama of various sorts for 40 years. And I started my career at the BBC. I discovered Frinton. I'd never heard of Frinton. And there was just something magical about the place. I mean, it's not only that it's got, in my view, the best beach in the UK. Yeah. The tradition of this particular theatre, it's 1934. It's been going almost 90 years now. There are a lot of talented actors who don't get work regularly. And they come to Frinton and they get a chance perhaps to play roles that are slightly bigger than they're used to playing, because they wouldn't necessarily be cast in the West End. And so they get a chance, as it were, to upgrade what parts they might be in. So we just get really good actors. And yeah, we keep ticket prices down, but the whole enterprise, since I took over, it does cost $500,000 a year now. Wow. And we don't get grants, and we don't get subsidy. So somehow there's a mysterious mixture of obviously ticket prices, ice cream sales, a little bit, tiny bit of sponsorship, but it's like we get like about 15,000 out of a £500,000 budget, and somehow we managed to break even. Jane Asher is currently our patron, but she's stepping down this year. She used to come here on summer holidays, and she remembers Frinton from when she was 5. So I can tell you that our new patron,
exclusive?
It is an exclusive at the moment, is going to be Adjoa Ando. And Adjoa Ando is one of the stars of Bridgerton.
Every year you have something called the Big Top that sits on the greensward.
I'm going to brag a bit and say it was my idea to do.
I didn't know that.
Because it's only been running for 5 years. And I thought, wouldn't it be great? Last year we had Guys and Dolls. This year it's going to be the great British musical, Half a Sixpence.
It's incredible how many huge stars got their first break here. Vanessa Redgrave, Jack Watling, Gary Oldman, Timothy West, David Suchet, Linda Bellingham.
We had Janie D here last year. She was in she directed Guys and Dolls. So that was kind of in reverse. Someone famous coming because she'd heard about the vibe of Frinton. 2 years ago we had Toby Jones here.
Brian Cox did that one-man show. Of all the sort of famous actors, have you got any particular funny story you can think of?
Well, I think off the top of my head, the funniest one is with Brian Cox, because he walked straight into the Mem Club, of course, with his hat on, and he was immediately told to remove the hat, which he did with great grace, it has to be said. But he believes in this sort of thing as well. He started in Scotland, I think it was Aberdeen rep he started, so he knows what small towns do for in theatre. I will get a famous name down this year. I'm speaking to you now before I've even asked him, but in June I'm recording David Tennant playing Iago for the BBC, and he's been here before. I've dragged him down once or twice to see shows, but this year I'm going to try and put the strong arm on him.
What are you playing in the Frinton summer season, Toby?
Oh,
yeah,
I haven't heard anything.
I haven't either. Phone hasn't rung. But I mean, obviously, good luck with it. Probably goes really well.
Yeah, good luck with it over there.
For those people who don't know anything about Frinton Theatre, why is it so brilliant?
Well, I just think you do see actors at the top of their game. It's this wonderful magical theatrical experience where you not only get to experience quite a beautiful little town and beach, but you put on, to a high standard, great plays.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.
As the applaud fades at Frinton Summer Theatre, I am heading off to explore one of the many sporting facilities this town is known for. Frinton-On-Sea Golf Club was established in 1895 by Sir Richard Powell Cooper. It boasted the first purpose-built clubhouse in England, which meant right from the start, golfers could finish their round and head straight to the bar. In other words, they invented the 19th hole. Today, the club is known as Frinton Links, and in true Frinton fashion,
Even the 3 county emblems above the door are displayed upside down, a quiet sign that this is a place that does things just a little differently. Now I'm heading slightly inland across the fields to another of Frinton's well-known sporting clubs. As we drift down over the beautiful grounds of Frinton Cricket Club, I'm just arriving at a place that's been part of seaside life here since 1904. In 1909, local developer Sir Richard Powell Cooper gifted the club its permanent home, on condition they play at least 1 match every year, a promise only broken during the war when the army turned the pitch into vegetable plots. Over the decades, generations of players have taken to this pitch, from the early days right through to the young talent we see today. And England's Ben Foakes grew up here.
Yes, Ben was very much through the youth setup here.
It's been a pretty surreal few days, to be fair. From the first day I knew I was playing, it's been a dream.
It's just a hugely proud time for the for Frinton-On-Sea, the town itself, the club. Our favourite son Ben, 4 seasons ago, he was still playing here at Frinton-On-Sea. So in between his time at Essex and Surrey, he came back and played for us and helped us secure promotion to the East Anglian Premier League.
We have an annual dinner and we have an after dinner speaker. So over the years we've been very lucky to have such people as David Gower, OBE, and Michael Vaughan, OBE, they're former England captains. Sir Alistair Cook, another former England captain. Had Phil Tufnell not long after he'd come out of the jungle. If you look back, it was obviously cricket still is a very male-dominated sport. And therefore the cricket club was very male orientated, that's what it was. But as attitudes and times have changed in general life, we've certainly grown our cults, so lots of more youngsters coming through the club. And as I say, we've had a ladies team for quite some years now and a lot more social members. Cricket Week is something that's been going on since the club first started, and it's just grown and grown. And in the time I've been here, it's become just huge. It's a real fundraiser for the club. It gives us an opportunity to showcase the ground and get people interested in the club as well. It's lunches, lots of games of cricket out there. A couple of beers here and there as well. We are a charity in ourselves. However, we do support other things. So one day during Cricket Week, for example, we do a bit of fundraising for cancer. So we do give a little bit back that way. And we support the community. So when we were approached about the great Tommy Sleepout, we didn't hesitate to say, yeah, we can use the ground. We also provide the ground for St Philomena's, the local school. We're hoping that this will continue. And we're lucky with the other clubs. I'll give the tennis club and the golf club all in a long line along here. And I think we're all very much want to keep the traditions going. Whilst we have to develop and move with the times, we want to keep the foundations of how it all started. Keep it together.
Well, thank you very, very much for your time today. It's a fantastic location, absolutely stunning day that I've met you here on, and good luck in the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
From the Frinton Cricket Club, we take a short scenic flight across to the historic Frinton-On-Sea Lawn Tennis Club, established in 1899. Let's discover more about this iconic venue as we step back in time to the roaring 1920s.
My name is James Max. I'm the former chairman of the Frinton-On-Sea Lawn Tennis Club. I've been coming to Frinton all my life. So I learned to play tennis here. There used to be more grass courts. There are now 16. I think when I used to play there were 24. The facilities here are astonishing. Grass courts, they tell me, according to the LTA, top 10 in the country. So fantastic quality courts. So there are 5 or 6 tournaments during the course of the year, which means that there'll be lots of visitors, people coming down, families, younger players. One of the tournaments is a Grade 1 tournament, which means it's the best in the country of that particular age group. So the connection with Wimbledon is that grass court clubs used to be the pre-Wimbledon and the post-Wimbledon warm-ups. So Frinton was very much part of that. So there was a tournament that would sort of lead into it, and then you get, it's like some of the big names would all come down and play. So whether it was Virginia Wade or Elena Stasi and all these sort of players.
Trophy presented by the All England Lawn Tennis and Trophy Club.
Cliff Richard has played here.
All
going on a summer holiday.
I realised that if you're going to improve your game at all, and obviously I'm never going to be at Wimbledon, but I'd like to get a bit better, you really need to play almost every day.
Honorary life members at Frinton Lawn Tennis Club include Sir Cliff Richard and Virginia Wade.
Winston Churchill used to come down to Frinton, stayed up the road, used to come down apparently and play, who knows. And then the Prince of Wales at the time was also a keen tennis player. They came down. So Frinton was very much a part of the social scene, and the tennis club here was, you know, it was a big deal. But it's not just about tennis. It's about the squash and the gym and the exercise classes, the swimming pool, and the croquet and the pickleball. During the winter months, there'll be Sunday lunches. There are events held here. People have weddings. There are all sorts of social occasions as well. The likes of Miriam Margolyes coming down for the literary festival. The whole ballroom absolutely full of, you know, people enjoying themselves. The music nights that we've had, 200 people coming and enjoying a live band, all that stuff. And the place is absolutely buzzing. Last year, Ian Dale, the LBC presenter, came down. He and I used to work together when I was there, and he came down to talk about his new book. Why do I think the club matters is it's part of the town's history and heritage. It's one of the reasons that Frinton-On-Sea is on the map. Sure, lovely beach, great beach huts, fantastic golf club, fantastic cricket club, great town. But this club is really unusual. 16 grass courts, right at the centre of the town, but amazing facilities that mean that you can have a social hub. That means that events that matter to people in the town, that will make people visit the town, is kind of what makes it so great. I mean, where else do you have a club that has a thatched clubhouse, that has these incredible sporting facilities, that out the back, you know, you've got kids running around and, you know, screaming and shouting and enjoying themselves and playing the pool. You've got people who are working out in the gym, they're playing squash, they're playing croquet. It's even more important in politically turbulent times, in economically challenging times, to have a resource that people can gather socially, for sporting reasons, do something that, you know, invigorates you, and it makes, you know, makes life worth the living.
Thank you very much for coming down here today. It sounds an amazing place to join. I want to join.
It is an amazing place to join. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome to join. Come down. It's amazing.
From Frinton-On-Sea Lawn Tennis Club, it is just a short flight over the town back to the gates, where I began my journey today. I hope to get there just before the gates close.
As the gates close behind me, it's been a wonderful day in Frinton-On-Sea. I thoroughly enjoyed it. We've learned about its history, its culture. It's been absolutely fantastic. Frinton-On-Sea, I highly recommend anybody come in and really enjoy it.
We're going where the sun shines brightly. We're going where the sea